Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use a vitamin C serum, which you can use daily in the morning and or evening. And I'm going to show you a step-by-step application on my face so that you can see it visually when trying it out at home. Now, the products that I'm about to share with you are just examples that I personally like to use myself. If you should have different products at home, go ahead and stick to those if they work well for you. You basically can replace the step with the products that you have and still follow the guides. Now, vitamin C can help you to improve signs of aging, such as fine lines and wrinkles, helps to smoothen and brightens the skin over time so that you will achieve a more youthful, healthier and more even looking skin. Now, when working with vitamin C, what's important to keep in mind is adjusting your routine accordingly to when you're going to use it. So, as an example, if you're planning on using your vitamin C serum during daytime, then you're going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. That should be able to break down any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin. It should not irritate the skin, nor should leave the skin dry afterwards. You can stick to gentle cleansers or exfoliating acid cleansers such as glycolic, like salicylic or lactic acid cleansers. That's fine to use. Once you're done with washing your face with your cleanser, you then can go ahead and move on to the next step, which is applying your vitamin C serum. And after that, either finish with a moisturizer that already includes SPF or move on to a regular sunscreen, because we need to protect the skin and your vitamin C serum that you just have applied. Now, when using your vitamin C serum during nighttime, then it is important that you're going to adjust it so that it looks the following. Again, you're going to get started with washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. If you have worn makeup and sunscreen throughout the day, which may also be a bit more stubborn to break down with your regular cleanser, then you need to adjust the cleanser accordingly so that it's able to break down any excess oil, dirt, sweat, makeup and sunscreen from the skin so that it won't leave a residue. As an example, balm cleansers would be great and are suitable for all skin types. And then after that, you're moving on to your vitamin C serum, and then either leave it as it is, or if you should feel the need, then you can follow with a moisturizer afterwards. Now, in the evening, there is no sunscreen needed, only during daytime. And so those are now the steps that I want to share with you when it comes to the application. And when working with your vitamin C serum, doesn't matter if you're using it during daytime or in your evening routine, the first step will remain the same, and this is washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. Again, maybe your daily cleanser, maybe switch to a balm cleanser or oil cleanser in the evening. Make sure that it works well for you. Now, in this example, I'm going to stick with Cetaphil's Gentle Foaming Cleanser, which is, for example, suitable for normal dry combination skin, and this is a great daily gentle cleanser. I also have an example of balm cleanser, which would be the ordinary squalane cleanser. So this is what I can recommend and I like to use myself. If you're using a different cleanser, go ahead, stick to that one if it works well for you. Just make sure to read on the back of the packaging on how you're going to use your cleanser, since the directions may change if you have to apply it on dry skin or on wet skin. I'm going to show you now how you can wash your face above the sink. However, if you would like to take your cleanser with you in the shower, that's fine too and very convenient. Go ahead and use it in the shower. So, when using, for example, Cetaphil's Gentle Foaming Cleanser, it is advised to use it on wet skin. So the first step that I'm going to do is now wetting my face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water. So let's do this. Then go ahead and use about 1 to 2 pumps, so about a coin size amount, or if you have a foaming cleanser, you may want to use 3 to 4 pumps. Use it in the palm of your hand, use it between your hands and gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. So, and once you have massaged your cleanser all over your face and neck, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. Then, in case you should have troubles removing the cleanser properly from the skin, you can go ahead and use a freshly washed washcloth and a soft washcloth, which you can wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better. So, and now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. Now once you're done with washing your face, you can immediately move on to your vitamin C serum. Now there are different vitamin C serums on the market. If you have one with a pipette, and it should have a thicker texture, use between 2 to 3 drops. If you have a vitamin C serum that comes with a pipette that has a thinner texture, use a bit more, like 3 to 5 drops. If your vitamin C serum has a pump, use between 1 to 2 pumps, or if you have a vitamin C serum where you're going to squeeze it out in a tube, then use about a pea-size amount. This is like an overall general guide so that you have an idea of how much you're going to use, but of course you can always adjust it so that you can evenly and properly apply it all over your face and neck. But still, I'm not going to use too much of it because the product should be able to absorb into the skin and it shouldn't sit on top of the skin surface. Now I have a few examples right here. With the ones that I have right here, those are all serums that come with a pipette. And what's important to keep in mind is, depending on what vitamin C serum that you have at home, please read the directions on how you should properly use it, since you can get vitamin C serums with different strength and the directions may change depending on the vitamin C that they're using and how it's formulated. So if you can use it, for example, on the eye contour, or if you should avoid it, because this is a sensitive area where you have to be a bit more careful, otherwise it can lead to irritation. But one thing that won't change is, please do not use your vitamin C serum on top of your eyelids, because it's a very sensitive area and can get into your eyes. And if you already know that you have a sensitive eye area, please be careful around this part right here as well. Now I'm going to stick to Paula's Choice Vitamin C Booster, and since that one has a thinner texture, I'm going to stick to 5 drops for my face and neck. So I prefer to use a few drops in the palm of my hands, then use it between my hands and then evenly blend it all over and then later on pat it all over. But if you prefer to use it immediately on your face or just use a bit on your fingertips and then apply it, that's fine too. Whatever application method and blending method works the best for you, go ahead and stick to it. So, and once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now, if this is going to be your evening routine, and if you do not feel the need of using a moisturizer, that's completely fine. You're just going to wash your face, use your vitamin C serum, and then go to bed. However, depending on your skin type and your needs, you may want to use a moisturizer afterwards. And if you do, make sure that it works well for your skin type and needs, and use about a pea-size amount for your entire face and neck so that you have an overall light film all over to work properly when using a moisturizer in your evening routine. However, if you're going to use your vitamin C serum during daytime, what's important to keep in mind is sun protection. Doesn't matter if you're going to stick to a regular sunscreen or a moisturizer with SPF. Please protect the skin during daytime when working with a vitamin C in your morning routine. Not only for your skin, but to protect your vitamin C as well. And I have 2 examples right here of a moisturizer with SPF or like a regular sunscreen. Whatever you prefer, go ahead and stick to that one that works really well for you. When applying it over your face and neck, use about half a teaspoon. I have a teaspoon right here, which can be a great guide to get an idea of how much sunscreen you actually need to use. And then once you remember it, you just can pour the sunscreen in the palm of your hand, and then there's no need for a teaspoon anymore. It just should be like a helper when using your sunscreen. Apply your sunscreen 10 to 15 minutes before sun exposure, and depending on how much sun exposure you may have, use an SPF of 15 or greater, or if you're being exposed to the sun for several hours throughout the entire day, then use an SPF of 30 or greater to keep the protection going. Reapply your sunscreen if you feel like it has worn off, if it has moved around due to your activity that you're doing during the day. Maybe you have sweat a lot, you went for a swim, then the reapplication of your sunscreen is key. Now again, keep in mind, sunscreen is always needed during daytime, but there's no sunscreen needed in the evening. And so I'm going to stick to Nivea sunscreen, and I'm going to use about half a teaspoon. So about that much. Use it in the palm of your hand. and then apply it evenly over your face and neck. So, and once you have applied your sunscreen, again you're going to leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off. And this is, for example, your last step when using your vitamin C serum during daytime to protect your skin and your vitamin C. Now this is what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you find this video helpful, that you enjoyed it. And if you like it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skin caring. Bye!